you're gonna go.
It's fine. Meow.
Hello.
Sorry. A little bit. So, I'm back. I'm alive. For some definition of alive. My body doesn't, is not happy with me. But then again, yeah. Given my diet in Vegas was what it was. Yeah. So yeah, today we will be playing Phantasmal Flames. We have one Ultra Premium Collection, one display box, and half a display box. So, I will talk about Vegas. I have kind of talked about Vegas if for some reason you actually do follow me on Blue Sky. I haven't finished my thoughts about Vegas, but I have started talking about it. And obviously, I will probably be much more off the cuff, but much less edited, you know. If I can go and get this open. I know we always need, as in for mats, because this comes with mat.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And also, I still don't have a mat for my regional map.
No, that's fair.
So,
Still trying to fiddle with like lighting and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
anything. Apologies. I'm still learning.
Yep. Ooh.
Fancy Japanese text card.
So here's the special manga Charizard EX. Let me put chat to the side because I'm sure that's going to be money. Like, if it's anything like, okay, so before we're one card in, I could already. So the last time we got Ultra Premium Collection, that was the redeem code for 5. Last time we got an Ultra Premium Collection was the Pokemon 151 premium. That thing cost me $130 to buy. Nowadays, actually, hell, I have the card right here. At least it should be relatively right here.
Oh, this is a heavy coin.
Oh, yes, right here. This card, the Mew EX that comes from that Ultra Premium Collection. Guess how much it's worth if it was in mint condition? Yep.
I just like that the coin has like
Yeah. But guess how much the promo card from that Ultra Premium Collection is worth nowadays?
100.
It actually was almost at 101. It's gotten back down to like 40.
It's still so much.
And the thing, I played with this in my deck for a while.
Wow.
Yeah. These dice, I don't know how I feel about them. They're nice, but they're a little too big for my liking. And
I like that they are bold, but
I would rather just rather use normal dice, honestly.
The other thing is that, like, I think whatever paint was not proper, because it looks like the ones are faded on this dice alone. Like, not just there, but like.
Anyway, Matt, I will not run roll it right this moment. Comes with.
No, you're all good right there, Matt.
A deck box. Don't know. Like, this actually seems higher quality than the one from 151. Let's actually see how good / bad this is.
Who knows?
Because it's been, what, 2 years since the 151 premium, ultra premium collection?
God, has it?
Yeah. Remember, G-Block's about to rotate out, including... So that means, you know, it was 2 years ago. G-Block was... yeah. The fact that you still let me play this game.
What do you mean?
Because it clearly causes me untold amounts of stress.
I mean, no more or less than your actual job.
Eh. Yeah, but at least the job has a big payoff.
And now you're a professor. So that will have its own payoff in the form of exclusive merch.
Okay, so...
It does give happiness. There's just also stress.
Yeah. Like, okay.
As with all things.
So, they definitely have improved the box design. First of all, 2 dividers, not 1. Second of all, like, they've actually reinforced the inner part. It's hard to probably display, but it's
like
2 layers thick.
Yeah.
So it actually won't, like, I could actually squeeze it a little bit between my finger. It won't actually just crumble. So, a little bit improved in design. Cool. Sleeves. When it comes to any of these sleeves, they're good for storing, they're not good for active playing. But, yeah, that's fine.
I think it's awesome.
Yes. But for now, let's get out the actual packs. And hey, if you neatly divided them in half for us. We also have elite trainer boxes. It's a mixture of Mega Evolutions and a searching. So this doesn't even come with Phantasmal Flame. Oh no, sorry. The 4 Phantasmal Flames are on my side. Okay, hold on. Let's redivide this. Actually, how about this? Let's put aside everything that's not Phantasmal Flames and open that separately. Sounds good? That way, mostly for my sorting system.
Sorry, whatever sorting system you're doing. I had the thread and then I lost it.
Yeah, so we got a lot of packs that are not Phantasmal Flames also in this.
We already opened his prize pack.
They were actually kind of disappointing.
We did not miss anything.
So this will be out of the way. Cards are back. So we leave it up.
No, that's right.
We could make a proper Charizard, but I imagine card somewhere today.
Will or will not?
Will.
That's right.
The thing is, this is an extremely small set. Extremely. 94 standard numbered cards. Yes, there's quite a few over-numbered cards, but so hide. Yes. Who's talking?
Someone from the top. Actually.
It's regards some ticket support ticket information.
Ah, gotcha.
So okay. So first off, we got Duralon getting a kaiju appearance. Gligar. Gligar was definitely super powerful in pre-release. Let's see if I can. You might want to put that in a sleep if it is what I think it is.
I don't know what you think.
I'll put it in a sleeve.
What's that thing? 2, 3, 5 mon.
Uh,
Royal card.
Prin Pluck. Smeargle. You do. Flip 3 coins, attach an amount of energy, basic energy up to the number of heads for the discard pile to your bench. You like, okay. Haldean Tauros. Wondrous Patch, which is actually a super good card. So is the Viper. If you have a Dark Mega Evolution Pokemon EX in play, tax used by this Pokemon do 120 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon for weakness and resistance. And so you can do 240. Crocodile, which was one of the cards for pre-release and was definitely powerful. Zacian, another card from the pre-release, which I have my staff promo of. So. And Moltres, another playable card, because for a single fire, it has fighting wings, does 20 damage. But if your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, this attack does damage. This is very convenient against a few very specific Pokemon. Well, but Calby's back because she's so funny.
Little guy.
Charcadet. There's a new Ceruledge set.
Nice.
Maybe it'll back to, but I raised it a little bit because I thought it was necessary. Murkrow. Ombre. Archaladon. I think that's how you actually. 3 metal, coded attack, 120 damage during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon. Decent attack. Oh gods. A card that doesn't look that broken, but actually is already making waves. Jumbo Ice Cream.
Ice cream.
Heal 80 damage from your active Pokemon that has 3 or more energy attached. That doesn't sound like like, oh, you have to have 3 energy attached. You have so many energy, sorry. Healing 80 is just enough to throw off a lot of things. Granbull. First Hollow Moltres. Monmont, which is not rare actually. And well, we already got one of our SIRs of the Rotom EX. Multi-adapter. Each year, Pokemon that has Rotom in its name may have up to 2 Pokemon tool cards attached. If this ability goes away, discard one tool card from those Pokemon until it only has 1 on each.
Rotom cards are so adorable.
The only unfortunate thing is that for being an SIR, from what I was seeing, that was actually rather a bit of a pull. That's not even the right number. Hold on.
The right numbers.
No, they should, because it's been out for days. 6.
Not doing it on release because we're back to be able to get this.
It is still actually decently valuable though. $30
Damn.
for a near unplayable card. It's not quite unplayable, but it's just kind of not there.
That's fair.
No. Part of me was a joke. It's like, why didn't they give the Palmont line Revival Blessing? I mean,
Like it does in the.
Yeah. Technically, the Rapska line has Revival Blessing, but it's not a very useful card because you're giving up your goddamn attack for it on stage 1 anyway. Gloom. How with the Vile Gloom? Yugong. Everyone's Gen 1 menace. Because who didn't have a bad time with Lorelei back then? Jigglypuff. Blitzscore. Definitely a fan favorite during re-release because it does 50 damage, poison, and retreat blocks. A lot for a single way. Now, Eternius. First time we've seen Eternius in a hot minute. Especially since, you know, Dynamaxing doesn't exist. 2 Darkness, Shatter, 50 damage, discard in play. Then 3 Darkness, Power Rush, 130. Flip a coin if tails during your opponent. During next turn, this Pokemon can't use it. Not great. Dizzying Valley is one I didn't actually see until just now. Confused Pokemon, both yours and your opponents, don't recover from that special condition when they evolve or devolve. Hunt, first hollow. Battle Cage. Nominally playable, but prevent all damage counters from being placed on bench Pokemon, both yours and opponents, by effects of attacks and abilities from the opponent's Pokemon. Damage from attacks is still taken. Basically says, fuck you, Monkey Dory. And Vileplume. Can hit you. Not too much here. Fallen Bomb, your opponent's active Pokemon now sleep and poison. And Lively Flower, if this Pokemon killed during this turn, it does 120 more damage. So it's for a Pokemon. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yamper. Oh. Don't think the little tick is that powerful. Oh, Slime. Apom. Battle again. What the? Jumbo Ice Cream. Reverse Hollow Ghastly. Reverse Hollow Club. And Mega Diancie for your Ugarbi players out there. Has 270 HP, but has Diamond Coat, which makes her take 30 less damage from attacks. And then for 2 Psychic, you can discard up to 2 energy cards, and does 120 damage for each Psychic card. I decide to actually build a proper Guardian deck in the next, like 4 months. That would be probably going in.
I imagine. And I imagine you're probably gonna do some sort of Guardy deck at some point.
Maybe. Like I briefly had one, and when Guardy was new, but I can tell what card is back of this. Bronzor, which was also their funny card during pre-release because it can just try to stall. Trapinch. Rock, I want to say that's how you pronounce it. Would probably need someone and who for Pokemon than me.
Not sure. That kind of sounds right.
Jigglypuff again. There's Patch. There's Glysaur. Cresselia. Let's see. Soling Light, search your deck for 2 basic Psychic Energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon in the shuffle this deck. And then Aura Beam for 9. So it's not the old Cresselia that already used to run. Nowhere near as powerful. Another Reverse Hollow Moltres. Ooh, Dawn. You're definitely playable. In fact, the SIR is basically the second biggest pull the SIR of Dawn is the second biggest pull of the entire set. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon, a Stage 1 Pokemon, and a Stage 2 Pokemon, and reveal them, put them into your hand, and shuffle your deck. And the last card, Mega Lopunny AEX. Which, like,
That's
sure. Like, Mega Lopunny is relatively playable. I wouldn't say it's like an amazing card, but it's like good enough to slot into quite a few decks that kind
that's fair.
of, on me. Murkrow, Tiger, Zigzagoon. Yeah, we're going to get to acceleration mode fast because even if we only have, you know, like 58 packs total, there's so few cards in the set. For example, Jumbo Ice Cream again. Ludicolo. Not the most playable card in the world, but you know. Brambleghast, what do you do? Your last iteration was a funny one. Once during your turn, when you play this card hand or to evolve one Pokemon, you make ability, make your opponent's active. Gotcha. Reverse Hollow Yamper, Pawmot, and ooh, no, this might be if I'm practicing something.
Flygon.
Yes, Sandy Flapping. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may use this ability. You may also use this ability of this Pokemon if this Pokemon's in the active spot and it's knocked out by damage from attack from your opponent's Pokemon. Discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. Yes, we actually had some deck outs in pre-release because of that card. Because, you know, when you're playing with 40 card decks, it's a little bit on the easier side. About $9.
Hey, little guy.
Yeah. Sure, there's someone who. I can tell what that is. Okay. Mischievous.
Me or you?
For me. Toxel. Tab. Red and Plop. Again. Blowtorch. We finally have you can only use this card if you discard a basic fire energy from your hand, discard a Pokemon tool or a special energy card from one of your opponent's Pokemon, or discard a stadium in play, which is nice. I don't know if it's going to be 100% playable, but I want to put it in the playable pile because I feel like it's eventually playable. Crocodile. Oh, that's again. Genesect. This is the first sorry, this is not the first, but it's definitely a sad comparison compared to its East Nullifier version. Toji Demaru. I'm not going to be able to pronounce the goddamn rat's name.
I'm not quite sure how the name.
And Mega Sharkpedo EX. Actually, a kind of decent card, honestly. Wrapped up. Raising Love.
Eh.
Boltund. Bunary. Koji Damaru. Vibaro. Wondrous Patch. Viper. Seen already. What does Lotix do? Not much. I could see some. Actually, you know what? I can see some interesting shit you can do with Lotix. But that's it's a Viper. Vileplume. And Mega Sharkpedo SIR. I'm pretty sure this is SIR. Let me double check that just to confirm.
SIR.
Secret Art Rare. $35. Not bad. So far, so good. Going back over here, I was just looking at Lotix. I was just realizing, it's like, you know, its second attack cost is 3 colorless. You could put an impact energy on it and have it return to deck. And just keep on just poking for 150, and then have it return to deck without losing the energy.
That's fair. Also, hi Fish.
Carvana. So Amber. Vibara. Ramblin. Ramblin's new. Yeah, we're already gonna go through, but we've already gone through most of these cards. Fire Breather, a very funny card. Search your deck for up to 7 basic fire energies, reveal them, and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. You know, just casually taking 7 cards out of your deck. Nothing big. Ludicolo, Yamper, Steel, and Reshiram. What do you? Not really much.
Nothing much in my pile, I would feel.
Mischievous. I think is this Charmeleon Warfare. Because, probably not compared to its counterparts, but I know one of its counterparts are rotating out. But hey, it's a solid 110 and does 40 damage. It's not bad. It's just probably not for Yamper, Nimble. Punk Helmet from the Gengar Mega Evolution deck. If the Dark Pokemon that this card is attached to is in the active spot and stands by attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even when this Pokemon is knocked out, place 4 damage counters on the Pokemon. It's probably not completely playable right now, but it's not the worst.
So it's something that could be playable.
Yeah, depending on what cards it. Ceruledge, you might see it has for 1 fire, it does 220 damage. But the thing is that it's discard 4 basic fire energy cards from your hand. If you can't discard 4 cards in this way, this attack does nothing. So you have to effectively have 1 on attached and then discard 4 in order to do 220. It was a funny card during pre-release, say. Also, I like my staff card. Absol, who, Fuel Slime, and normal Flygon. Also, I have a staff version of Flygon. Yeah.
Like I said, from being a professor means you get all that secret merch. Well, not secret.
That's
Exclusive.
yeah. Much.
I don't think.
Convo, Targetet, Absol. When Thinker Charm was actually an interesting card. This Pokemon, the Pokemon this card is attached to takes 30 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon that have an ability, which is actually kind of it's like verge of playable, but not quite. A Manitan. Benoon. You do. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, if you have any Mega Evolution EX, you may use this ability. Switch this Pokemon with your active Pokemon. Not the worst, but it's attached to a stage. It's the biggest. Targetet and Battle Cage for SRR, Reverse Hollows, and what do you do, Ape Bomb? Dual Tail. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon, and this attack does 60 damage to each of 2 of your opponent's Pokemon.
Yeah, very yeah.
Like, as someone who's playing Slow King, 60 damage to 2 Pokemon, that's way too much effort. That's way too little payoff for way too much effort. I would rather do 110 damage to 3.
Understandable.
Trapinch, Sandile, and Piplup. We haven't seen one of them.
Playways.
Much clearer. Zigzagoon, Blowtorch, Cresselia, Haunter. You'll eventually get a Mega Gengar and maybe make a deck around it. Maybe.
Proud.
Hunter and Sneagle as our reverse hollows, and Genesect as our rare. Like I said, we're gonna get the turbo mode very fast. So maybe I can start talking about Vegas. It was a time. If you're in the Discord, you might have seen me post a few threads.
Just a few.
Yeah. We've seen all of these. Yeah, like so I'm of two minds of Vegas. Vegas was my my best regional performance. It was my most enjoyable regional. It was also the most poorly ran regional. So of all the events I've been, well, always most poorly ran event that I've been to in a hot minute. And a lot of that latter part gets tied to a decision that was made literally the night before. I'm sure they had the decision in the work, but they announced it. Anyway, Alcremie, which I don't touch, and Mammoslime. Not that bad. It's not that bad of a. It's just not good. Ghastly and Bronzong. We haven't seen Bronzong yet. For 1 colorless triple draw, 3 colorless tool drop, 40 damage for each Pokemon tool attached to all Pokemon. So you're a friend of the Rotons. And Vileplume. Yeah, so like so the decision they decided to make literally the night before, always announced the night before, was that online match for TCG Masters, which is where I'm at. Match submission would be online, and they clearly didn't account for the fact how bad that would go when, especially when there would be no Wi-Fi available.
Yeah, like not like anyone could Wi-Fi really.
No. Well, I mean, they had a private Wi-Fi for like the staff, but
Exactly.
the
like,
players didn't have one.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Jumbo ice cream. Sorry. And here's the biggest problem became that if you were on Verizon, like we are, you weren't getting data while inside the convention center. Always like well inside it.
Yeah.
So I regularly, for the first couple rounds, I was regularly having to ask for my match pairing at the desk, whatnot, and eventually, and there was enough problems even with those who could connect to RK9 to do match submission that they eventually scrapped it. They announced this, they were scrapping it at the beginning of round 4 and going back to paper submissions, which is all we wanted in the first fucking place. I don't wear my professor hat on stream. Not supposed to curse, not supposed to do, but yeah.
I don't advertise you as a professor.
Yeah, but people can make a connection. They could report me to TI, but if you do that, you're a dick.
You're not supposed to follow up cursing with cursing.
I said you're a dick. That's not cursing.
It falls in the line of cursing.
So comments.
Clearly, we just need to become a very peaceful.
Fuck that. If someone goes and pisses me off in 14, I need to get all my rage out. Dawn, which is never playable.
Thank you.
Wigglytuff. That has an attack round. This attack does 40 damage for each Pokemon in play that has a round attack.
I don't have as much Pokemon cards, because the stuff I bought from the Pokemon Center website hasn't shipped out yet. Which feels wild.
All of the seen. Easily seen. What is Suicune? For 2 water, does 30 damage, and you have at least 4 water energy to play, does 90 more damage, which is not great, but not the worst. It's definitely if the problem is, actually, I'm just thinking about it. We have a water rain dance, Pokemon in format right now, but they rotate out with G-Block. So it's like, that feels like a very hard attack to get off. Miracle, Toxel. Actually, I don't think we've seen. We might have. Bronzer. This Mimikyu is nowhere near as powerful as its Scarlet Violet based companion, but Secret Charm, Moon, Honchkrow. What do you? For 2 darkness and a colorless, discard 2 energy from this Pokemon, and this attack does 120 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Still way too much effort for way too little payoff. Gligar and Dizzying Valley, and this Maggie SEX. What do you do? Forget it. As long as Pokemon is in the active spot, whenever your opponent's active Pokemon moves to the bench during their turn, their new active Pokemon is now confused. So they deliberately do a switch out out the new Pokemon, which is not actually that bad. It would require a bit. It would require a bit more computer support in order to make it good. Like maybe have it so that it's like, oh, you in order to, guys, it would be absolutely busted if you could have it. If there was like something that's like, oh, by the way, if your opponent is confused, they have to flip 2 coins, and if tails, they hit themselves. You know, that would be actually kind of busted.
That would be busted.
Boom, Pombo, Apom, and Hell Slime, which we've seen. Fire Braver, Ramogas, and Archaeodon, Toxel and Jigglypuff, and Toxicity, which is another one of the pre-release promos that I also have my staff card for. Once during your turn, you may use this ability. Search your deck for a basic dark energy card and attach it to one of your bench dark Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. Attach an energy to a Pokemon this way. Place 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. So it's energy acceleration, but does a little bit of damage, but it's still pretty powerful. Especially with Mega Sharpedo. Darumaka. It's not End Starumaka, but it's something. Not Milcery. And Oddish. And Ghastly. Dawn. Cool. Ooh, I see that. Crocodile, Meloetta. Sandile, Sacred Charm. And 4 Battle Cage. We've seen Battle Cage, but 4 will definitely be nice. Snubble. Apom, Ghastly, Nimble, Punk Helmet, Alchemy, Edge. So, here's the other card that we're gonna need. Brimsley's Move. And this is the one that you might care about the most. Well, not the most, but look at the top 7 cards of your deck and put a dark Pokemon from there onto your bench. Shuffle the other cards onto the bottom of your deck. You can't use this card during your first turn. Note, it says put a dark Pokemon.
It's not locked.
You can put Mega Gengar straight down.
So these are not packs from the turn. Are what stuff that we pre-ordered that was released Friday.
Yes.
So this is a new set.
We already opened my tournament prizing and was not great.
It's
Jigglypuff, Gloom, Charmander, Sableye, Battle Cage, Granbull, Sarledge, Charmander, Meloetta, and hey, looky here, we have Mega Charizard, or XEX. It's going to be odd to say that, Mega Charizard XEX.
no, I understand.
I'll let you save it for I. Oh, the attack.
I was gonna say there is no ability on here.
Yeah, I know. For 2 fire, it has Inferno X. Discard any amount of fire energy cards from among your Pokemon. And this Pokemon does 90 damage for each card you discard this way. Actually a very... Well, the thing is that it not having an ability is actually the most powerful part of it.
So it can't be locked. No?
Well, one of the... someone can't just shove, like, Mimikyu in front of it and say, hi.
That's fair.
Dugong, Jigglypuff, Darumaka, Lotad, Double Ice Cream, Granbull, Paldean Tauros, Furcrow, Duralon, and I think I'm going to... we were talking about Ignition Energy earlier. I did not know it was getting a full art reprint in the set. It's a triple colorless energy, but it gets discarded. Um, as long as it's attached to an evolution Pokemon, it gets discarded at. Sorry. If it's attached, it gets discarded at the end of the turn. If it's attached to a basic Pokemon, it provides one colorless. If it gets attached to evolution, it provides triple colorless. So you can use it with cards like Lotix, which let's see, Slime, Bolton, Sandile, Charmander, Fire Breather, Honchkrow, Arderon, Onmont, Zacian, and Tojimaro. Cool. So we're making progress, but we definitely have a lot to.
I'm also have been these last few streams trying out the multi. So I've seen that. I mean, too well. Don't know how much they'll change things, but like at least it's there, I guess.
Yeah. Where's the track been? Oh, it's full.
It is full.
Yeah. That's gonna be.
Anyway. The last couple of streams, I've been trying to try the stuff. So, currently multi-streaming to as a small attempt to just try to boost things.
Parkinite, Yamper, Snubble, Murkrow, Noon, Alcage of the Colo, Gligar, Wigglytuff, Palmont.
It's probably because I'm on the side of the mic and not like on.
You can adjust the mic.
I know. But then like we're not in line of sight. Effectively.
Also, hi Queen.
Hi Queen, hi Jimmy. We're both good.
Lotad, Bolton, Benary, Tojimaro, Courteous, Battlecage, Bramblebass, Yamper,
No worries.
Gwendolyn.
No worries, Queen. I was trying to say that I have been trying to do the multi-stream stuff these last couple of streams. So, there's also currently a stream going to. Whether or not that will change anything, I do not know.
Good. Hunter, Emma,
Oh, is it a you're going back to school, Jimmy? Also, that is fair. I also have been hermit. I feel like I've been hermit.
Zigzagoon, Yes, Toxel, Lotad, Wigglytuff, Double Ice Cream, Eternius, Carvana, Sacred Charm, Toxicity. Ivara, Seal, Oddish, Smeargle, Archaerodon, Valley, Mamoswine, and a stacked Ambipom, and 4 Ludicolo.
Nice. Fingers crossed that that is able to get started soon.
Sandile, Swinub, Lotad Oton,
Hi, Dr. Manti. Lots of pretty Pokemon cards.
Lotix Dawn, Crocodile, Lotad Chojimaru, and Zacian. Guess we'll be done a lot faster, given how we are getting basic duplicates of everything already.
It feels like it.
Okay, so at that point, I can just start talking about Vegas some more.
It's all good, Queen.
Mimikyu, Apom, Vibara, Sandile, Lotix, Glyceler, Fire Reaver, Absol, Wondrous Patch, and Magic Playable.
Fingers crossed that AI just crashes out. That's what I hope for, at least.
Gligar, Pawmi, Piplup, Charmander, Noletta, Sacred Charm, Crocodile, Charcadet, Mimikyu, and Moltres. Definitely the Prinplup, Ponmo, Charcadet, Absol, Ludicolo, Blowtorch, Bramblegas. There's a card missing. Flygon, first of all, Piplup, and full art Yamper. After see, sure someone paid an outrageous price for that dog.
While also have been mentally preparing for Friendsgiving, I'm also mentally preparing a Christmas cookie list. Add it to my list.
Hold on, I have a wall text from my RPC, so I might need to.
RP.
A regional professor coordinator.
That is fair. Yours is going to be far busier than ours is going to be. I've also was trying to see about setting up multi-stream to TikTok as well. It has been in review since Friday. Hashtag, I keep starting to try and add things to the stream like an hour before I'm supposed to start streaming. Because I keep mentally telling myself that I'm off because while it's probably not going to take a while. And then it ends up taking a while, and then I'm late to stream.
This funny. Let me just, we're taking a quick pause, not like
No, it's okay.
We're going through this too fast anyway, right?
It's okay. I also was looking before this stream, looking to see about updating the webcam arm, because the arm that we currently have technically wasn't made for a webcam. It was made for a mic, but I kind of Jimmy rigged it to work for webcam, but it's kind of like not holding in certain places very well. So I really should look into a proper arm. And Elgato technically has them. I was looking at them. I just need to see how much the price is actually going to be, because it was being a little unclear when I did like a quick browse for it. Yeah, fingers crossed that you get in. That would be lovely. Not having to pay money to get your degree further.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Where were we?
So good.
They were basically so I talked to my RPC, the regional professor coordinator, and they're like, yeah, this is support response, and they were saying, oh, by the way, Andrew's being added without an organizer certificate. It's like, I have my organizer certificate, and I just suspect it's an issue of everything that was carried over from the old system, because that happened at end of August, September. So because I didn't get my organizer certificate until like mid-September, I want to say. So anyway, Absol, Bramlin, Binary, Oddish, Violetta, Jumbo Ice Cream, Standile, Fire Breather, and X, the base Rotop. As a random note, I didn't hear anything about this until me and Howie were just kind of thinking about it. But technically, tickets are available for PAX East if anyone was going. Obviously, getting a good hotel that's cheap is going to be a little harder now. That's been like a week and a half, but you know,
if you didn't realize they had went on sale.
Yeah. Battery, Bolton, Lotad, Swinub, Starlight, Wigglytuff, Mammoslime, Oxo, Prinplup, and Toxicity. Swinubs, Swinbull, Snubble, Apom, Ghastly, Crocodile, Meletta, Sacred Charm, Gotic, Jigglypuff, and Moltres. Oh my.
Also, that is very cute. I guess it just depends on how much it bothers you, or if there's anything you can do, like, to minimize the equiness. But I feel like there's no harm in updating Mike to reduce echo.
Nimble, Mischievous, Duralon, Carvana, Manitan, Moo, Alcremie, Nimble, Zacian, and Mega Heracross EX, which is kind of interesting card. For 2 grass, it has Juggernaut Horn, which is 100 damage plus the damage it took during the opponent's last turn. And then for 3 grass, it has Mountain Ramming, and this card you do 170 damage, which isn't much, but you do mill 2 of your opponent's card.
That's right. I didn't realize you had vacation travel. Can I ask where you're traveling? Anything of fun note, or is it like work travel? Again,
Seal, Panda, Jigglypuff, Gloom, Turdius, Disvalue, Alcremie, Bolton, Celestia, so probably X.
Guesses?
Aria.
Nope. Mega Gengar!
Yes, which has a very interesting ability. If one of your dark Pokemon is knocked out by an by damage from an attack that your opponent's Pokemon EX, that player takes 1 for your prize card. The effect of Shadowy Concealment doesn't stack. So, Gengar is definitely like a support Pokemon in this case. Gengar is not meant to get up front and smack people. Gengar is meant to make it so your opponent just doesn't take prizes and you prolong the game.
Also, that would be nice. You'll have met the whole family. Exactly. Need to complete the trifecta.
So yeah, one of the things I was thinking about for a deck is that with Grimsey's move and like a Gengar, you know, what's you know what my favorite stadium is, which is Academy at Night. And if you don't, for those who are looking at my deck lists, Academy at Night simply says each player may once per turn put a card from their hand on top of their deck. Oh look, you know, conveniently put Gengar on top of the deck. Oh look, conveniently I have a Mega Gengar, the top 7 cards of my deck. I guess I'll play it out.
Yeah.
It works. And there's a couple ways to be taking that deck anyway. Steel, Otis, Absol, Bramblin, Wondrous Patch, Bronzong, Haldane Tauros, Murkrow, Battle Cage, and Palmont. Hold on to cards. Hold on. Nimble, Pelzine, a Bolton Sandile, Darmanitan, Lagoon, Punk Helmet, Darmanitan, Suicune. Okay, so that means it's probably an alt-art card, so I don't know what one. Yeah, no, I saw, I looked at the number and went, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Because this is like 300, isn't it? Okay, maybe not that bad, but still pretty fucking $120 card for Dawn. Yeah, I know. I think the pre-sale price is upwards of.
I do not doubt that.
But yeah, that's. I did say Dawn was like the second most expensive card in the entire set. It may have fallen from that position, probably. But because there's only one card I can definitely say is more expensive, which is the gold Mega Charizard XE. I saw a vendor with it, and they had it on sale for $850.
Jesus.
Which I think is a little overpricing it, but
yeah, that's just a tad.
But it was effectively at that point. It's basically still pre-sale prices because it was literally the Friday of release. So
still,
yeah, no, I would I could see someone paying maybe $300 for it, and even then.
I understand that the cards are pretty. I understand that the art is pretty. That's just so much money, though.
Charmeleon, Swinub, Nursery, Torkoal, whatever. Haunter, Punk Helmet, Cresselia, Palmont, Bronzong, and
oh, good, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hey, J12. Hope you're doing good.
And Empoleon EX, which is actually the proper metal typing. Which is why Piplup and Prinplup have basically colorless moves. That way you can feel energy. And hey, it has its ability is prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. So you can't just KO it and cheat it out that way. And also it tanks a little bit. Honestly, that Dawn. You know what? Hold on.
Congratulations! Your name will be recorded in the Hall of Legends for all to see.
I certainly. Yeah. This was my Pokemon when I came back to Pokemon.
Also, while we're here, here are my staff cards and a random Crater Cup Behemoth. Because why
It's not.
I know.
Sorry for the glare. I'm still figuring things out.
But yeah, staff cards, they're expensive. And that was
You got to go to a professor seminar.
well, those staff cards are for doing the pre-release.
Yeah.
You have our SIRs, you put them in later. That one is just the money one.
Yeah, unfortunately, the light is just right above the table.
Yeah, and setting up a proper studio requires effort.
It's not that it requires effort for me, it's that it requires, like, money.
Bitch, you have money.
Bitch, it's your money.
It's our money. We're married.
TM.
We are about to hit 2 years, bitch.
I know.
We have a joint checking account.
I know.
And I show you how much is in the savings.
Yeah, but it's savings.
It's our money.
We're saving it.
Yes, but there's still money in the checking account. God damn you. Charmander, Gloom, Jigglypuff combo. Demantan, Ludicolo, Grimsly, Smooth, the Viper, Bilsary, and Charmander, Sableye. Oh, I guess I forgot their Sable set. First one.
Just a long guy.
If you have any stage 2 darkness, stage 2 dark Pokemon on your bench, just does 71 damage, so does 90 damage on a single dark energy. Not bad, especially when you are probably doing it with something like Gengar. Mamoswine, Sacred Charm, Lagoon, Crocodile, Move, and April Calm. Charmander, Bronzong, Trapinch, Crocor, Alcremie, Sarowedge, Fire Breather, Onmo, Daron, Python. I have 7 left. You're I think you're 2 packs behind, actually. I'm not surprised.
Oh, you know what? You're right. It's
To
fine.
be fair, I've been
It's fine.
it's just because I can go, okay, we have seen all these cards before.
Yeah, it's like, it's not a big deal.
Basically. Ooh. Ow. I leave by the way. Ombre, Trapinch, Zigzagoon, Pimpup, Goon, and Blowtorch the Viper. Blowtorch to the side. Moltres and Genesect and a full art Tojimaru as Charmeleon, Milcery, Smeargle, Tojimaru, Honchkrow, Blowtorch, Cresselia, Ghastly, Smeargle.
And I'll look into stuff to, like, make the webcam stuff better. Jokingly, this is why the videos are set up with, like, setting it up like this to face it this way, so the glare from above doesn't smack down on it.
Yeah. Sableye, Duralon, Ghostline, Chameleon. Alcremie, Granbull, Battle Cage, Bloom, Mamoswine, Toxicity. Jigglypuff, Seal, Gloom, Lana, Punch Crow, Archdowdon, Wondrous Patch, Glycerk Upgrading, so this is an EX. So is it now Oricorio?
No.
Ah. Why is this in the EX slot? Ner for Impact Energy. I know someone that can pawn them off too.
I don't know, but it was in the EX slot last time, so.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why they are. Like, you would think they would be in one of the reverse hollow slots.
You would think.
Sableye, Charcadet, Yamper, Snubble, Rammelgas, Fire Breather, Ludicolo, Darmaka, Snubble, and a full art Fire Breather. Don't even know if Fire Breather will be even remotely playable, but it.
Who knows? Looks neat, though.
Lombre, Piplup, Pawmi, Murkrow, Haunter. Great. Haunter, Punk Helmet, Fairledge, Cocolar, Reshiram, Alt-Art slot. So. The four Zacian. Really curious about that Zacian.
Oh, that's fair.
Because, like, it's not the critically good Zacian, but, I seemed like people were interested in art-wise. $5. Still not bad for something that's not exactly the most playable.
That's fair.
Yamper, Vibra, Damblin, Dugong, Glycer, Cresselia, Haunter, Audis, Wigglytuff, Suicune.
Nothing major.
Nothing.
And I assume the app you're talking about, Jim, live client.
Which card are we talking about?
I think it was Fire Breather.
I mean, okay. I have not played on live in weeks because I knew if I played live, I would, whatever little training I could do, preparation I can do for Vegas would get interrupted because of not only just Phantasmal Flames coming out, but also because when the Mega Gengar and Mega Beyonce decks came out, those cards were immediately available. That's rare. Milcery, Smeargle, Chojimaro, Ombre. I don't even know what deck it would go into. Haunter, Steroid, Punk Helmet, Punch Crow, Dizzing Valley, and Bastion. Let's see. Flygar, Zigzagoon, Treevia, Toxel, Crocodile, Fire Breather, Bramblegas, Haunter, Ghost Slime, so this is the X slot. The Oricorio! I'm gonna keep guessing Oricorio until it's
No,
Mega
it's not.
DSA again. To be fair, we kind of want one Oricorio at some point. But with this few packs left, I'm betting we're not getting it.
I bet we get one.
If not, it's fine. Oricorio, I imagine, is not going to be too expensive. Well, let's see what my EX slot is. It's not Oricorio. Dugong, Bronzong, Darmaka, Murkrow. Honchkrow, Wanderer's Patch, Granbull, Reshiram, Bramble Gas, and Mega Bunny, Lopunny EX again. Right. Bunary, Darumaka, Milcery, Oddish, Lotix, Bronzong, Dawn. Zero Edge, Milata, Jet. What decks have you been seeing Fire Breather in, Jimmy? Like, just like Zero Edge decks? To be fair, I hate the live client. And if you talk to any professor, they hate the live client. Especially since people will try to use the live client to justify IRL rulings. And it's like, no, not rely on the live client for real.
The live client's buggy.
Yes. Piplup, Pondme, Murkrow, Glide. The Viper, Cresselia, Dawn. Stabilize, Zigzagoon, Reshiram. That was the next slot from, so Lotad, Prinplup, Ponmu, Charcadet, Saladon, Jumbo Ice Cream, Granbull, Toxicity, Punk Helmet, and previous decks. We're not getting that goddamn Oricorio. We're not getting some dancing birds. Gotcha.
Lots of Megatron.
Yeah, but Mega Absol makes sense because Mega Absol has won this last regional from Ford, whatever it's because it's amazing what happens when you have enough sponsorship money that you can travel across the world. Ghastly, Mimikyu, Apom, Vibrana, Bronzong, Grimton Move, Haldane Tauros. And not to say he's not a bad player, it's just more of a, he has, he's a European player, and he comes to a bunch of American tournaments because he can. Imagine you being able to quit your job and be able to just play Pokemon tournaments all the time.
What job?
I'm saying.
I know, like, you're saying more royally, but it sounded like it was also towards me, so it's just like, what job?
Maybe stop being a streamer. To be fair, he does some stuff like Medify, which is just basically, ooh, I give like tutorials and whatnot, and people will get.
You're right, we didn't get one.
Ghastly, Charjamaro, Pondme, Arcadet, the Viper, Granbull, Blowtorch, Charmander, Bunary, Moltres. But also, why would Mega Charizard need Fire Breather? Like all the decks I've seen with Mega Charizard, at least in from like Japan and whatnot, they're just using Mega Charizard in a Charizard EX deck. So, Apom, Snubbull, Snub, Absol, Haldane Tauros, Wanderer's Patch, the Viper, Thimble, Mischievous Pond. What the bio in half, so it doesn't go over. Getting the Rapids out of the way. We will have more packs filled in, but we will do that off stream eventually. Once they finally arrive. And then we can put the cards away in those boxes that we just opened it from.
In 3 to 4 business days.
Did it just ship?
No, I'm talking about putting stuff away. in 3 to 4 weeks into business days.
The standard set it gives you as okay. So if they give you, they already give a mega Charizard deck that's unoptimized to hell. Therefore, that's what people are using. Except if you do optimize it, you're not playing straight Mega Charizard. You just have it as a one-of, mostly to deal with Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. If you're playing well. Stuff. And of course, keep this box. But part is, I wonder if there's any cards as a Slow King, like any cards from the set as a Slow King player I care about. Like Wondrous Patch is like the only one I can even think of. Really? But yeah. Um, and that's also fair, Hero. Like I'm, I don't have to be really. Funnily enough, I don't have to care about the set until Toronto, but a lot of my locals have to care about the set much sooner because they're participating in the cup. Me, I could probably just play my Soul King deck as is, basically. Happy. Will I? Probably not, but you know.
The option's there.
Yeah. In fact, I'm sure if I were to look at in Japan results, you know, like if anyone's playing Soul King, which I doubt it, but if anyone is, the one card that might be different is single Wonder Patch. Oh, see, I basically played this deck and it was okay, but definitely rough. That's so certainly just to put back. Oh, that's a card I don't recognize. Oh, that's wait a kid. What do you do? Data translation.
What you looking for?
Oh, I'm just looking at deck, like various decks for Slow King, seeing if they run any like. There's one that's running a Dawn, so that's different. Are you really running that card? Oh, that's the card I think it is. Okay, not that bad of it. Not the one I would use, but otherwise. But yeah, Vegas. It was certainly a lot of ups and downs, and by my estimates, there should have been 2 games that if I had played properly, I could have won. There's 2 games I didn't, so everything balances out in the end.
No worries, Gio.
It's just kind of interesting, just like with the I like doing competitive play. I couldn't imagine being the person literally traveling for every Pokemon.
It just feels like
yeah, and you're like, yes, you win money at these tournaments, but you're living off sponsorship money. Because even some of the best players, like, they don't make nearly enough money from just playing. Like, and obviously, if you can get the sponsorship money, more power to you. But also, I could never, like, I have problems dealing with the stress of fucking work. Like, where I couldn't imagine having to actually, fucking make it, prove myself every weekend, and then host courses because, that's how else you pay the bills. You make 100 people pay $5 to listen to you talk, type stuff.
Set up your own TED Talk effectively.
Yeah, it's a site called Metafy, which a lot of professional players. Yeah, I know. I hate to. A lot of professional players use it, and they're like, "Oh, I'll talk." Like, some of them will do more generic talk. Some of them will be like, "Oh, I'll talk about this particular deck, this current format." Which those talks feel much less valuable because those talks feel like they go, like they literally become out of date in one, with one set release. But people. I don't know. Yes, it's the same problem as being a content creator, but instead of just being a content creator, you actually have to perform. And if you get, as I have in box.
Your things moving around in there.
Yeah. Like nice. Wasn't it was no.
That's fair.
And we'll just probably open this at the dining table.
Oops.
The other packs that came with the
Do we just want to open up giggles while you talk?
Or it will just be on. You know what? Let me get a different mat for. Let me get the regional mat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that way. Oh, that's still in the car. You know, I can.
Yeah, go get it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Peer pressure, go get it.
Yeah, I just need to grab my key.
It's fine. Cold. Yes, no mat. Pretty sure it took a photo of it on Sky. Words. Realized that it was not picking up things. It shouldn't have taken me that long to think of words. What I was trying to say. Not used to the mic deciding to just like no talking for you. I feel like it picks up his voice a lot better than it picks up my voice.
That was helpful. Remember where the fuck I put shit. Oh,
See, now I thought maybe you had it, but you said it was in the car, and I figured, okay, you remember better than I do.
I swore I left it in the luggage bag. Ugh.
Not me immediately forgetting where I put the cards down. Okay. Yeah, maybe the mic likes him better than it likes me.
I just know how to boom my voice a bit better. I'd say it's only somewhat jokingly. Let's see here. Anything interesting? Well, for execute.
Oh, cute.
That's from Surging Sparks. Yeah, Surging Sparks. That's that from. Because that has a Lowen Executor. EX.
It decided we did too.
Yeah, Dialgas.
Dialgas. Two
Yeah.
Dialgas. Interesting. But
Yeah.
if you want to show it to
Yeah, I'm going ban cards because we opened all these packs on 3 before, and unless there's something super interesting, don't. I would say DM's getting some play in the current meta because, surprise, 30 extra HP can matter. Meow. You still need your own scram emote. J12.
Where's J12 looking to put a scram emote?
I don't know where they would be putting it. The full art.
Hey, it's okay.
I thought it was going to be the SIR for a hot second. I was personally thinking just poking Bow to make it.
No, I know, but like, where
does put it?
Yeah.
Who knows? I'll let J12 figure that one out.
Dropping shit.
It's just a coin.
Dropping shit.
They're a Mega Guardy.
I assume this means I'm the one sleeving these.
Yes, if you don't mind. Nothing much. I don't even know what I'm gonna play tomorrow at the store. I could just play Soul King, but I think everyone would expect that and put in all their shamans.
You know what? That's fair, J12. Well, that wouldn't be a bad thing to do it that way, right?
Yeah, I would just. I figure it gives Val something to work on, and I know. And you know, Jade 12 seems to want to scrub.
You given Val work things?
Nope.
Okay, I will give Val work.
Which version of Mega Absol? Because that matters a lot. Okay. It's not the SIR one. That's why I was like, oh, that might be actually some money there. Technically, guys, Gonzo, that's not valuable. The 4 one Mega Absol is actually still pretty valuable. Oh, it's fine. And still one more.
I know.
I just realized that.
You keep giving me work of leaving up the cards. I gotta multitask.
Yeah. Clearly Val just needs more money here so that we can and just keep on commissioning Valve and stuff. I haven't checked on them in a hot second, so maybe I should do that.
Yeah. I keep thinking we're going to, because I keep asking you, like, yeah, I'm gonna write them.
I think you can get stuff.
Much.
We can sort this out later. Back here, it's just it's just super fucking shiny.
Yeah. Thank you. Cutting out. Great art. Honestly, going through Legend of Zelda. But yes, I had the thought, the thing, and I remember you saying that you were going to reach out to Val about it, but I can reach out to Val about it.
Yeah, I already. You are implicitly on the same tab.
No, I know. But it wasn't about Tab, it was about, like,
Oh,
were wanting
you're
to be
talking
the
about
one to reach
your.
out.
I figured I could, but then I got busy because that's unfortunately my life. Where the second I feel like I have any sort of freedom, something calls it away from me. That sounds a lot more worse and more generalized than I intended to be. I'm mostly just referring to like either my responsibilities as a Pokemon professor or work or whatever.
Random sounds like a lot of crowd control for us to help or hinder, depending on your mood. I'm usually of the mind of like, if enough people are already messing around, I want to help. But if enough people are helping mess around, I wish to be the one to add in, make it. I think that makes sense. Helping. It is helping. It just depends on which kind of helping.
Fortunately, it seems like I might have solved all my problems at work. Maybe.
Maybe.
Big fucking maybe.
It is a big fucking maybe because every time like something gets fixed at work, something else breaks or it didn't actually fix it the way they wanted it to be fixed, so they just have you do it over again. So yeah. Fun times. Also,
I should also make sure that like things are fire. I did kind of do something a little sketch today.
Side thought. Friday is going to be Kirby's Air Ride.
Air Riders.
Air Riders. We're going to play that for stream.
I don't know how long.
I don't know.
But we'll figure it.
We are going to go person Thursday to see about picking. Assuming nothing shady happens. And then we can also celebrate properly for getting to day 2. Because it sure was just going and picking them up from the airport and pretty much driving straight back into town.
Yeah, we stopped at the car shop and shot the shit for like an hour and a half.
Something like that.
But also, because you know, we're doing a thing. There are plans, and you know, sometimes you just need stuff for different demographics.
New Jersey roads / traffic is atrocious.
Yeah, I mean it's all of the same. Yeah,
but it's New Jersey.
I know, but it's still considered part of the New York City metro area because of within a certain.
That doesn't make any sense because it's not New York; it's New Jersey.
But when we're saying New York, we're talking about New York City.
Yes.
But we're just talking about any area within a certain distance of the city. It doesn't matter if it's across state line. There's, Connecticut, and there's areas in Connecticut that are considered. Okay.
Or Connecticut. After it goes into state line, it becomes its own state, and
but it's still part. It's still part. There's a lot of fuckers who live in Connecticut and New York every day, therefore part of the greater metro area. Look, you're not arguing with definitions.
I am, because if it wanted to be counted as New York City, that should have pushed the state line back into it. I mean, but it's Connecticut is Connecticut, and New Jersey is New Jersey.
I mean, people live in Jersey and Connecticut for various reasons, and I'm not going to say any of them are good reasons. there's all the fuckers who live in Long Island and who work in the city, and then they vote Republican and complain about New York City. Like it's like, oh, the Democrats are ruining it. When it's like, no, you fuckers coming in from Long Island are ruining it. Yes, this is basically a Brennan rant. But okay, hold on. My friend Jen literally asks, is Long Island considered a part of New York City? And I'm like, Jen, if you ask a New Yorker that, you are liable to get curb stomped.
Long Island is a part of New York City.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's completely. It's not even. The only connection Long Island has to New York City is that there's a Long Island Railroad that goes through New York City to Long Island.
It sounds like it's connected to New York City.
But there are roads that connected it from Jersey to New York and Connecticut to New York.
Is it in the space that is considered New York City?
No, but neither is Long Island. Long Island is a completely different entity.
How is it an entity?
There is a complete different. There is literally borders, love. Borders are.
Right, so borders count for Long Island, but they don't count for literal New Jersey?
Long Island is part of technically the greater metro area, but I'm saying, when I say greater metro area, I'm not saying it's part of the city of New York. I'm saying that it is part of the area of people, the area that is commonly associated with, whether it be because people live there that commute into the city and whatnot. New York City is New York City, but there's the greater metro area.
Which you were just arguing is part of New York City.
No, I'm not saying it's part of New York City. I'm saying it's part of the greater metro area. There's a difference between saying the city and the greater metro area.
Okay, so Kentucky is Kentucky and New Jersey is New Jersey.
But I'm just saying that Newark is part of the greater metro area of New York.
No, it's not.
Yes. But love, definitions matter.
Exactly. You just got that explaining that there is a line.
But I'm saying, love. I'm saying New York City is its own city, but there are a lot of surrounding areas that are considered part of the greater metro New York City area, and this is matters for a lot of reasons. For example, when if we were in one of those areas for the greater metro New York City area, my work wouldn't be saying I'm getting overpaid because we're in a not as expensive area, even though we're in just as expensive as a fucking area.
So Long Island is a part of New York City.
No, love. I
feel like both of these cannot be true at the same time.
I'm literally using two different terms. I'm using city, like there's a concept of the city, which is just literally the 5 boroughs of New York City, and then there is the greater metro area. Greater metro area is not not just referring to the city, is referring to nearby localities that are commonly lived in to travel to the city from.
Okay, so Long Island applies in that demographic, yes?
I am saying Long Island is part of the greater metro area, yes.
And thus a part of New York City.
No, love. I'm saying city and greater metro area are two different things. I'm not sure what's getting lost here.
I guess we're just... I'm not trying to make you mad over it.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm saying wrong, because I'm literally using different terms. Because you're equating city and greater metro area.
You say Greater Metro Area counts as New York City.
No, I never said that, love. I said Greater Metro Area is, I'm just saying it's in the Greater Metro Area of New York City.
Which still sounds like you're saying it's New York City, but I'm
No.
not trying to make you upset, and I'm not trying to, like, purposely inflame this. I'm just trying to say how that sounds to me.
It's not saying that it's part of New York City. What I'm like, when I'm saying Greater Metro Area, I'm referring to the areas that people typically live in and that would work in New York City. Like, we're talking about like the immediate effectively it's the equivalent of, it's not quite equivalent, but like the biggest one can say is like the immediate suburbs of New York City, like and New York City itself.
Saying suburbs sounds like you're talking about New York City.
Ooh, I don't understand how you're making equations. I'm just tilting my head because it's like I'm not sure where the words are failing.
I guess we just disagree on it.
But these words have very specific definitions.
Yes. You were saying before there are the 5 boroughs New York City, right?
Yes.
So boroughs is talking about New York City.
Yeah, when I say the 5 boroughs, I'm talking about Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island. So that's New York City proper. The greater metro area is larger than that because it's including things like a Yonkers and you know the Newark area and whatnot that people are living nearby, might live nearby, but they use it as their home while working in New York City. That makes sense.
You were saying that those are boroughs.
No, I wasn't. I'm saying there's 5 boroughs in New York City, which is Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island.
When you were describing things like New Jersey, describing borough.
I never used the word borough to describe New Jersey, love.
I feel like I need to stream now. It's
you might have to, because I didn't use the word borough until I literally was trying to define New York City. This is the same type of talk you would get from Brennan if you were to approach him like this. If you try to claim Long Island City, Long Island City is in New York City because it's a part of Queens. If you try to say that Long Island is part of New York City, you would get a yell that because it is not. Fuck out Long Island.
There are parts of New York City that are specific, like, right?
But Long Island City and Long Island are 2 different entities. Long Island City is just a part of Queens. Long Island is a complete. It's not even part of New York City, love.
Where is it?
Are you asking this seriously?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm realizing I'm asking that because it's like, wait, have you not looked at a map?
You just said that it's not, so where is it?
Okay, Long Island is the area to the east, of Queens and Brooklyn. Basically from the edge of Queens and Brooklyn to the rest of the landmass of that island. That is considered part of Long Island. Like,
and I don't understand how it's not considered New York as well.
Because it's not. It's part of New York State, but it's not New York City.
There.
But so is Jersey City compared to Manhattan. Is literally the only difference. Like literally, all you do is cross the Hudson and you get to Jersey City. But it's I'm just saying that Jersey City is part of the greater metro area. It's not under the jurisdiction of New York City. Borders are arbitrary, but also they do matter. When I say borders are arbitrary, I'm saying they're human creations. But also, when Russia invaded Ukraine, it was clear that they were violating Ukraine's sovereignty.
That is outside of the scope of my knowledge.
So many wars have been caused by just some land disputes, love. That's basically basically every war era has either been a result of some sort of land dispute or someone important getting killed.
And that's fair. And it's possible, Harley. I don't know LA enough to be able to say yay or nay to it.
You're correct, Harley. When people say the greater LA area, they're referring to like basically all the area that people will live in, and then do that as a means to like communicate in Los Angeles. Granted, I don't think 150 miles is the exact area that they refer to, because technically that would mean that if we were using 150 miles, we would that would encompass like half of California. But I understand, and hell, that would almost really encompass San Fran at that point. I don't know how far San Fran, LA.
I don't know either.
Ow. Like, that's just the New Yorker in me. It's like, no, Long Island is an abomination to God.
Don't feel like I can say anything right now because I don't want to inflame you.
I love you.
I love you too.
Ow. Look, the Long Island medium is not part of New York City. We would never want that bitch there. You're sticking out your tongue. Okay, I didn't realize it was that far away. Hey, Harley. I thought it was a little bit shorter than that. Look, Long Island is full of people who say they need like rich fucks who wanted to get away from New York City, claiming that New York City is full of crime and grunge and whatnot, and then vote Republicans into office.
I'm not thinking of their internal politics.
I'm thinking of it because there's a look. Someone has to take the role of Brennan Lee Mulligan here. I am very defensive of New York City from Long Island. I've been on to Long Island once. It was one of the worst experiences I ever had. It literally was the place where, okay, hold on. Apcarnist lore time. Ooh, okay. So, I'm not upset with you, love. It's just more of a, I
feel like you are a little bit because of the fact that we are not seeing eye to eye on this. It's clearly something you're very passionate about.
I'm not infuriated at you. I'm infuriated at your parents for giving you a piss poor education. Okay, so no, seriously, like Apcarnist lore time. So I was like 28 at the time or something like that. So this is a while ago. And I decided to go to Long Island for a Furby at a bowling alley. And they said, get there by 8 o'clock. Sure, okay. I get there a little bit before 8, but not much. And then I figure out where the group is meeting. First of all, the group didn't know that there was apparently league play going on at the bowling alley, so we couldn't even get into the bowling alley till like at least 8. At least, and probably not late. Okay, bad planning already, but you know, stuff happens. And as I was chatting with a few folks, eventually I heard the sound of gunshots. So naturally, I hit the pavement. There was some furry who was a local to Long Island who thought it funny to have a toy gun that made realistic gunshots, and as they were pulling in their car, point the gun out the window and trigger the noise. But wait, there's more. And there's some content warning for the upcoming part. Naturally, I try to stay away from that person for a hot minute. Eventually, I got to talking with the person who invited me. And we were standing between some cars. And someone had to pop open their trunks to reach inside to try to grab something. And this girl, and I say girl, she was like barely, decided to go and slap this guy's ass. And the person popped out and was like, who did that? And the girl decided to immediately point at me and accuse me of basically a sexual assault. Yeah! But they thought it was a fun joke. So, in the span of like 15 minutes, I got accused of sexual assault and thought I was going to die from a mass shooting. And on Long Island, this is just called comedy, apparently. Long Island is not part of New York City. And anyone who tells you otherwise needs a talking to. I love you. I will see Brendan Lee Mogans on Cameo and pay him however many $100 he demands to give you a rant about how Long Island is not part of fucking New York City.
I don't know if he...
I don't know either, but I wouldn't be surprised. Who else off? He actually on... in a wait list. That's not surprising, actually, to be fair. But also, you were just...
been on here for over 4 years.
I mean, he had to have a pandemic hobby, right? Actually, it's not even a hobby at that point because he is getting paid for it. But you get the point.
All proceeds go to charity.
So then it really becomes a hobby if he's just doing cameos for charity. But I will pay him to explain how Long Island's not part of New York City. And hey, we'll do a good thing by having it go to charity. I love you. But also, it is one of those things.
I don't know if you paying Brendan have that argument with me effectively is going to change how I see it currently.
It'll make me feel better because I at that point I've done some charity work.
Clearly, we should have said leave there.
I love you.
I love you.
I don't know if we want to talk about Vegas a little bit more.
We can talk about Vegas a little bit more. It's not really a we talk because I wasn't there.
Yeah, but you were there in spirit because I was leaning on you via at night and whatnot, and whenever I could get a hold of you, because gods, I needed the emotional support, and I was by myself.
I didn't even really feel like I could do that.
I mean, you did, and you let me bitch at night.
Yeah, but that's not the same.
That's emotional support, love. It still counts.
Continue your story.
Ow. It counts. Being in contact with someone matters. Yes. Do that with your family.
Different. It's not really emotional support, it's just letting a bitch.
Yeah, but also you're letting them vent. And being there for your family. And I'm sure your youngest brother, I'm just looking at Jay Toll's reaction. Your youngest brother, would say, say they appreciate it, along with all your other siblings who do it for them. Given the circumstance that I won't go into detail because it's not my story to tell.
You can still tell your Vegas story though.
I can. I just want to make sure you realize it doesn't matter. Okay. Like, just being there to contact on this. Okay. So it seems.
It's fine. You can tell your story.
Just, yeah, I don't even know where to begin now because it's. I just want to make sure that even when you're not able to come, what you do matter. I'll think of the week that I was at the iHeartRadio Pack Week. You're the reason why I got through it. That and a bunch of bagels and s'mores. You were emotional support and you weren't there. But
later thing.
Want to mute the mic?
No, because it's long.
Do we want to end stream?
No, you want to talk about Vegas.
I don't know. I've already spilled a lot of words on Vegas, and I don't know who. I'm sure someone like J Tubbs already read most of that, but not.
I'm not trying to distract from you.
I know. I'm just. I just want to be here with you. Okay. What are we doing for dinner, by the way?
I didn't go to the store. I didn't pull the meat out of the.
Worst case scenario, right? And this. Yes, I'm being sappy and whatnot. Allowed to be.
You're allowed to be. I wasn't saying it was bad.
And you weren't saying it was bad. I'm just making sure you like I'm just being sappy because I want to make sure you're okay and what. Okay.
Yeah.
And again, not angry at you. I am confused how things got miscommunicated, but I guess I'm just gonna blame your parents because they deserve all the blame. Yeah, no, it's fine. Ain't J12, and I'll probably just spill the rest of it. Like I still need to spill a little bit more there, but it is long. It is. I haven't even gotten to the fun part of what happened in my final round. But honestly, like, a Pokemon Regional is a great thing to experience, but also it is tiring if you're a competitor. Even just one day of competition, it's like, what the fuck am I doing? Oh god, I'm going to pay for this past weekend for like the next week until my body is like, yes, we need to get our ass in gear to prepare for Thanksgiving. That's going to take then that's going to knock my ass out for another week, right?
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, but that's you knocking your ass out. Not even really that. Just more of a, yeah, like I will help with the cookies, obviously, however needed, but that's more of a you thing.
Yeah, it is more of a...
And not to say that it's bad, I fully support you doing cookies, but you get the point.
I can understand. It's more of a... part of the supporting is so people like Jen can get paid.
Yes. She will poke you. and go walk at you.
I just assume it's going to be like her asking you.
I'm sure. I'll if as soon as I'm sure if I just let her know that the cookies are being made, she'll be happy and leave us alone until we inform her that we're doing the decorating. There.
Say again?
I said I'm sure with Jen and I'm trying to look at that emote.
Hey,
Okay. I was like, is that supposed to be Melvin?
but I understand why it looks like Melvin.
Yeah, it's just very small from my point of view. So I couldn't tell what that was. But yes. I'm like I said, and we can inform Jen that she's getting cookies. Cookies will be made, and that yes, she will get her cookies, and yes, decorating stream is on X Day. And we can figure out, you know, what day that will be. Obviously, I imagine we might want to do it a little bit earlier than we did last year. But hey, we have a functional oven this time!
We do have a functional oven this time.
One that's not going to be cooking unevenly. Small fucking blessings. Also, we need to get the fucking going.
Yeah, I saw that the wind has half of the cover off of.
So we can get that in, like,
something like that. At least, like, I think I saw it last night that how it has one of the side tables is no longer covered.
yeah. We might have to dry it off.
Maybe? I don't know.
I mean, everything should get probably washed down between seasons anyway. But that can be later.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I need to go out to grab us dinner, I have no spoon for that. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
I'm upset. But Long Island's not part of New York City. uh,
Yeah.
Anyway, who you're rating? I didn't see who have who's the lucky recipient.
Thank you for hanging out. Sorry the last half an hour turned into about.
What is and isn't New York City?
Yeah.
Look, you're allowed to be wrong, Glove.
Not even like the smallest remote minuscule amount of, hey, maybe I'm wrong here. Just purely, it's alright for me to be wrong.
I'm allowed to be wrong too, but in this case, you are absolutely the one. I love you. It's all the same still.
I love you too.
Oh, gosh, what the hell is that UI?
Don't worry about it.
No, I am worried about it, actually.
I'll explain later.
It's a fucking mess.
I'll explain later.
Ow.
She's always turned to Apcarnist for good. There.
Yeah. Not all the time. Just the times I decide to actually, you know, pop my head in.
Fine. We'll have more of it on Friday for their writer.
Yeah.
They're working on some more ARR, so we'll turn them on.